Hey everybody, it's Janice with Creating Through Chaos, and I'm going to start this project off with this old Christmas tag that I had. I pulled off that bottom piece, and I had planned a different project for this, but, things don't always work out, so it was kind of already peeled apart and just the way it was. So now I'm just going to paint that all with some white acrylic paint, and I did 2 coats, and I made sure I got all of the edges as well. Once I had that all painted, I'm going to take this gray ticking stripe fabric that I had, and I'm just going to start gluing that around the back. I did it about 3/4 of the way up the tag, and then I'm just going to start gluing it around the back to kind of make like a pocket. So I'm just going to fold it over and glue. I'm not going to worry about trimming it right at the moment. I'm just going to get it all glued first and then trim. So kind of pulling it tight all the way around. And I checked the front just to make sure that I didn't have any wrinkles and that everything was kind of all where it should be and pulled tautly enough. Now I'm just going to start trimming off these edges, and then I'm going to fold that bottom piece over and glue it into place. So I'm just going to glue and then fold those little corners in, and then I can trim off that excess on the bottom. Making sure that I get that all glued down, that it's not going to pop back off. Once I have everything glued into place, I can flip it back over, and I took this piece of plastic and I'm going to slide that down in the middle between the pocket and the tag, just so that I don't get any glue or nothing sticks from the outside. Then I'm going to take this button ribbon that I got at Hobby Lobby, and I am going to glue that right across the top of the pocket. Just kind of making sure that I get that even and lay it into place. And then I can trim off that excess. Once I have that all on there, I am going to take this stencil that says Farm Fresh from Dollar Tree, and I'm going to tape that on just so that it doesn't move around while I'm pouncing on my paint. And I'm going to take this dark gray paint, and I'm just going to pounce this stencil right onto the front of this pocket, leaving that plastic piece inside so that I don't get any paint on the back side of the pocket and that everything just doesn't kind of stick together. So I'm just going with my pouncer around, and I went over and over and over again slowly until I got the desired color and I got everything where it should be on the stencil. Once I was finished stenciling, I can pull my tape off and pull the stencil off. So I'm just going to peel up a corner of it and then peel it all off. And look how cute that is. So far, so good. I absolutely love how this is turning out. Now I am going to just take my heat gun and just dry that really quick. And now I pulled that piece of plastic out because I didn't need it anymore. And now I'm just going to pull some twine through the top hanger on this. And I pulled one through, so I definitely didn't want to do that. So I'm going to go back through and do both at the same time. And I'm just going to pull this through and then tie it off in a knot. So I'm just going to slide it in and then tie it off into a knot so that I can have a nice little hanger and kind of this decorative piece at the top with the twine. And then I'm just going to cut off that excess twine. Next, I'm going to take some lavender that I got at Walmart, and I'm just going to trim off some of this from one of the picks that I got. And then I can slide those into my pocket. So I'm just going to cut a bunch and then add them to my pocket. You can add more or less. I ended up adding a bunch so that it was kind of full. So I ended up grabbing a couple more pieces off of another pick that I had and just adding those in because I really wanted this to be nice and full. Once I had it all filled up, I took a piece of burlap and I made a makeshift bow out of it. So I just kind of squished it together. I added a piece of the fabric from the pocket to it and then tied it all off. And I'm just going to glue that in the left side over here. And then I'm going to take a small piece of lavender that I trimmed off one of these picks, and I'm just going to add that right to the center of the bow. And that is it. This project is done. This project was super easy and turned out so super cute. I love it. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it inspires you to make one. Thank you so much for watching. And as always, don't forget to spread the chaos.